Good morning, everyone. Today is lesson number 37. I want to do some more doc test and unit test one more time. Just make sure you understand the concept, okay? What the doc test does is there's a library called DocTest, and you put this, what you expect the value to be with this triple code here, double code here, and you passing the value what you expect, and you call the DocTest test mode function, and verbose you make it equal true, so it will bring the list here for you. When you run this program, it's gonna say this first one can say you expect egg is okay, it got an egg, right? You expect 18, okay, it got 18. If you change the value to something different than this value, you get an error. Okay, so that's the whole purpose of running it. Okay, let's say you have a function someplace higher, you can call it, you can use a decorator, which is the at sign, right, and then call that function on the top, and you can see what expected value going to be. So it's going to tell you this is the main program is calling, and it's going to print the value, say it passed, everything is passed, there's no error. Okay, just when you understand the concept here, the unit test, we create a class in the file called game .2. Yeah, you have game.2 to call. You have a different file name, and you have the class name. You have to call the class. You have to say from game to import game, because this is the file name and this is the class name. Okay, and to do that you have to do like this. From game version 2 import game, that's all. And you also want to import unit test so you can test it. So just look at the game class itself. Try to understand the concept. The syntax itself you will be able to learn once you're familiar with what it's gonna look like. What it does, a class usually have an init function. It's called cell. You pass the cell to it. They call a constructor, and you're gonna set score equals 0, and make a pin is between 0 and 11, and store in that's gonna be a dictionary or list when you do that. Okay. And then you do another function. You're passing an object cell, number of row, and the pins, and you declare x equals 0, and then you use for loop to get a pin, because your pin you're passing down here, assuming that the pin is in the because you already know the pin is going to be a list, right? Because that's the only reason you can use for loop, because for pin in pins you're going to make sure that whatever the pin you're passing down in here, you're going to assign to the cell object pin. Okay, when you roll it, right? Then you again assign x equals 0. You make sure you have begin equals 0, ending equal 2. Then you use a for loop to do a number of row, which is you're passing down here, and use the range and make a sum equal to the pin spare begin and spare end between these two. Okay, and then use it L for loop to do it. If x pin equal to 10, you're gonna keep the score, which is the value of the x plus the value of the x plus 1 plus the value of x plus 2. Else, you mix, if it goes spare, then you're gonna do this, keep the score in different way. And then L, you're gonna say, okay, this is gonna be different. Okay, then you're gonna increment the x. If x more than 10, then you're gonna break it. You do a spare, a stride is no more than 11. So okay, then you're gonna keep accumulate the value of x equal beginning and ending like that, then you're going to print the score. That's what it does. Okay. Now when you call the class, you're not going to do a class, another class. You're going to say, I'm going to test, I'm going to pass the test case. The test case is going to do whatever you have a cell function, as a defined function call. First, it's going to test this one. Basically, it's just going to create a game, test one, and then test one, you're just going to pin between this, and you're going to do a row. Then you're going to assert, make sure it is go 11. If you change the value to it, you're going to fail. This is called or 1, right? This is the spare, the value expected to be 24. Okay. So the value let's understand it. So 5 plus 5 equals 15. So you have 15, right? And then the second one you have pi plus 4 equals 9. Then total 15 plus 9 equals 24. Okay, that's for spare, right? So the first one you have 15, right? The second one pi plus 9 equals that. And you got 24, that's for spare. And the strike, you expect 28 because the first one is strike plus 4 plus 5 plus 4 equals 19. The second will be 5 plus 4, give you total of 28. 19 plus 9 equals 28. Okay? You understand, you know, the game of strike and bowling, so you know spare and strike. So this is what you expect to be 28. Okay, when you roll this value, okay, and then you just do a test main. The test main function gonna call, because you're passing the object here to do the test case. The test case is gonna check every function in here, so it's gonna check it. All right, and then it's gonna bring the value. So let's run it. Run the test final. Okay, it said it ran 3 tests. Everything's okay. You expect 24, 11. The first one 11. Yes, you get 11. The second one is spare. You expect 24. It is 24. The third one you expect 28. Is 28. Let's say you change to 20 or 21, whatever, and you run the program again, and it's gonna say, oops, it fell. You know, you're gonna say it expect 28. You said 21, so it fell. So it's not correct. So I want you to fix it. So when you fix it to 28, 28, 27, 28, and you run again, and it say, okay, everything's fine. You know? So just understand the concept of using these two classes library, the DocTest and UnitTest. Okay, there's a whole bunch of information you can look online and do more searching on that. But I just want to make sure you understand the concept of these two classes. That's why I'm gonna do it one more time, just to make sure you understand it. Okay. All right. See you guys next time. Bye.